Record it. We're doing more flowy stuff, you'll be pleased to know. Oh, it's going to be good. So let's just, we'll have bent knees at first so we can lie down and find our breath. And our breath is very much going to dictate everything today. It's going to dictate sort of the speed that you go. It's also going to be, is it barometer, the word I mean? Yeah, I'm going to go with barometer. So if you find that you're sort of gasping for breath, hopefully you won't get to that point, or it's a little bit unsettled, then just bring everything back to that quality of the breath. And it can be a little bit slower. It can be a little bit like an Ujjayi breath. Or it can just be natural and light and soft. And we're going to start just moving with the breath. So we're just going to start with a little leg movement here. We did this the other day. Knees are bent, feet flat to the floor. We're going to drop the knees to the left. Just taking your time to find that twist. And then drop the knees to the right. So we want to keep it sort of moving constantly, slowly. And then when the knees come back through center, we tuck the tailbone to just press the lower back to the floor. And then we'll repeat that, knees to the left and knees to the right. Just your pace, your speed. And then the tailbone tuck is just sort of like the very beginning of a bridge. I'm just finding the shape of your pelvis, just becoming quite curious about how that feels. And what we'll do is next time you sort of come up through your little tail tuck, we'll just change direction for a few rounds. So we'll go to the right first. And then what we'll do is just go through one more round of this. And when you come to your tailbone tuck, we'll turn that into a couple of rolling bridges. So you can reposition the feet if you need to. We're just going to take our time to feel each vertebrae as we roll up and roll down. So you don't have to go all the way up if you don't want to, or you can if you want to. And we want to have this sensation that it's quite light and effortless. And we want to just find a little bit of fluidity in the body. We'll do one more little rolling bridge up and down. And then we're going to roll onto our side. So it doesn't matter which side you roll on, as long as you can see me. This is where we might need our bricks, which I've forgotten always. So you can lay and support your head, or you can reach the arm out, which is quite nice, and support the head with the brick. And you're very welcome to go at an angle if you want to. So we're going to do knees bent to 90 degrees, and then feet level with the knees. And then the top hip, we're going to sort of scrunch it up and push it down away from us. So it sort of bunches up and pushes down. And there's a point between these two movements where your pelvis is neutral, where it's stacked. And that point will actually be where your side waist lifts slightly away from the floor. Do you feel that? So it just slightly lifts. Your ribs are down, but there's a little bit of space maybe under the side waist. So we'll keep the knees stacked there, hold that position, take the top knee up and bring the knee to the chest without tucking the tail. And we'll go through our hip cars, turn the knee up to the ceiling, internally rotate the leg, kick the heel back, and then bring it back round to the start. Let's reverse and just keep that little space underneath the side waist. Good. And you should really feel this in the leg. Let's go again, one more round, knee to chest, ceiling, internal rotation to extension, and back. And then heel kicks back, knee turns up. Come into the hover, and we're going to hold the hover. I'm just going to grab my brick. We're going to slide the bottom knee back a little so you can turn the brick up onto its long edge and set it underneath the top thigh. Keep your top hip down as you lift the heel up. So that's it. Yeah. So we want to find internal hip rotation without sideways shortening. Everyone loves these. So we literally internally rotate the hip so the foot lifts up and then it comes down. But try not to sort of hoik the hip up. Keep the hip down so that the movement comes from the thigh bone. Do you feel that? So that we just lift. And that top of the lift should make you go, yeah, just awful. Good, let's do one more. And then what we'll do is we'll take that brick that's under the leg, we'll bring that bottom knee back up underneath it, turn the brick this way around and place it between the knees. Squeeze the brick, so your feet won't be touching here, there'll be a brick width apart. And we're going to find our shin rotation, so we'll turn the top toes up and then the top toes down. So it's that little knee car. And if you're really lucky, you'll get your shin burn straight away. Yeah, so we try not to actually move the leg at all. So it's just a turn of the foot up and a turn of the foot down. And then we'll add a little bit more in. So when the toes turn up, we'll extend the knee forward, straighten the leg out with the toes pointing up still. So you can kick, Kay and Tina can kick each other. It's fine. And then we'll turn the toes down and bend the knee. And then we'll turn the toes up and straighten the leg. We'll turn the toes down, bend the knee. We'll keep the toes down as we straighten the leg. We'll turn the toes up as we bend the knee. One more, turn the toes down, straighten the leg, turn the toes up, bend the knee. Hold that leg there, take the brick out, you can lose the brick, and then that top leg, you're going to extend it straight and push that heel down so that your leg sort of moves away from you. Good. And then we're going to rotate from the thigh down and up. These are fun, aren't they? We did this stuff on Wednesday, but it's kind of like repeating is great because it makes your brain go, yay. Okay, let's find another angle, maybe bringing that leg forwards in line with the hip or not quite that far. And let's find that rotation there. Then the leg weighs a lot. You're like, oh. Okay, and then let's freestyle. Find somewhere else. It's 10 points if you can find your worst angle. Mine is right here. Yeah, yeah. This one.
Okay.
That's quite horrible. Yeah, yeah. The worst place for your leg. Maybe it's like reaching it back. You know, that's quite horrible as well. Oh yeah. Good. Let's do 2 more. We try not to move the rest of the body. Good. And then we'll bend that knee. Slide the brick out from under your head. We're going to roll back onto the back and we're going to find another couple of rolling bridges. So I want you to, the leg you just worked, you can raise your arms as you come into this bridge if you want to, but just be aware of the leg you just worked, how it feels compared to the other leg. Come back to your breath as you do these rolling bridges. Does anyone else get a fizzy foot? I always get a fizzy foot after doing that, right? Slightly fizzy foot, good. Good. Come down from this last bridge and then we will switch sides. So you might need to switch ends or you might want to just shift yourself around a little bit. We use the pillow underneath the head. So if you want to come to the other end of the mat to see, it's fine, or you can just listen, no problem. So let's find the knees bent to 90 degrees and we'll find that hip hoik up and down. So you can find that repositioning of your side waist. Hoik it up and hoik it down. And then see if you can stack the hips. You can find that balance. So the knees should be level, the feet should be level. The top leg will lift up and without tucking the pelvis, we'll go knee to chest. We'll turn the knee to the ceiling. We'll internally rotate, kick the heel back, and then bring that leg back into the hover. We'll reverse it, kick the heel back, turn the knee up, bring that leg in and round. Let's go one more, knee to chest, knee to ceiling, internal rotation to kick, back to the start, and reverse, kick back, turn it up, bring it round into that hover. We're going to grab brick 2, which I've left over there, and we're going to land the brick on the floor. You might have to just slide the bottom leg back a little bit, turn it on its long edge to bring the top thigh or knee on top of it. Keep the pelvis steady as you lift the foot, which is internal rotation. Get that little squeeze at the top, isn't it fun? You might feel it, you know, like right on the hip flexor there or right to the side. So when you, do you feel that? Yeah. Yeah. And there's this little muscle there that just squeezes, engages. Good. We'll do 2 more. And then when we've done those 2, we're going to pick up the brick. We're going to turn it down onto that mid height, pull that bottom knee back under and squeeze the brick between the knees and just let the feet be brick distance. And just start by turning the top foot up and down, rotating those toes up and down. And it might just take a minute to not work the leg here. So little knee work. And then if you want to, and if you've got room, turning the toes up, extending that leg forwards, keeping the toes up, and then turning the toes down to bend the knee. Turning the toes up to straighten. Turning the toes down to bend, keeping the toes down as you extend. Turning the toes up as you bend. Last one, toes down, straighten. Toes up, bend. Take the brick out, push that top leg straight away from you. And then let's go for it. Let's rotate from the thigh. Turn that key in the lock. Lock it, unlock it. So make sure nothing else moves, because some people sort of automatically turn their chest here. I don't know why. Yeah, good. There's a nice heavy leg for you. Try a new angle, play around. Find your worst angle on this side. It's just exploring the space of your hip capsule, which is like, oh, some places a bit tight. Notice when your leg pulls your body into moving as well. So we just want to keep this as very much thigh rotation. Have you found a good one on this side yet? Oh yeah, yeah. It's super fun, isn't it? This actually does help to build some sort of more, what's the word I'm looking for, like a stronger tissue in the joint. So if it's hard, don't worry, it's working. Let's do a couple more. Good. And then we'll bend that knee. We can loose the block. We're going to go back onto our backs now. You can do a bridge or two if you want to, just to see how it feels. Two fizzy feet, yay. And then when you come down from that last bridge, we're going to keep the left foot down. We're going to hug the right knee into the chest. And we're just going to rock that knee in and away by straightening and bending the elbows. So as you hug the knee, we just push the elbows straight and then pull the leg in, bend the elbows. Let's see if we can keep our pelvis from joining in here. So at first the back might join in, but then we're going to keep the pelvis from joining in. And we're just going to find that sort of rocking of the leg. And then we're going to just have the leg at any angle that you want to as you hold the sides of the thigh to straighten the knee and bend the knee. So just start to come into the hamstrings, straighten the knee and bend the knee. And then we'll do that one more time, straighten the knee, bend the knee. And we'll hold the leg straight and we're going to do our little toe points. So point the toe towards the ceiling, or it might be angled away from you, that's fine. You're going to start to draw a circle around the thing you're pointing at, or it can be like a slinky spring. So you draw the circle higher and higher. So this circle, rather than it being the ankle, I want it to come from the thigh. So the whole leg moves, not just the ankle. So if you want to, you can grab a hold of the thigh to move it. So you're just working into those hamstrings a little bit. It's easier with a pointed toe. Finding, are they smoother than the other day? A little bit, a little bit. Good. Let's change direction of that circle. Maybe the leg can lift a little higher. Doesn't matter if there's a bend in the knee, that's fine. Good. Bring that leg to stillness. Keep the leg straight and the toes pointing. And then without rolling, you're going to lift that leg up and out to the right. Don't let yourself roll to the floor. Just let that leg come out. And then draw that arc back up and in to center. We'll do that 2 more times. Up and out. Keep that left side of the body heavy. Up and in. Last one, super fun. Up and out. As you bring the leg up and in, bend the knee, cross the leg over your left thigh. Push into your left foot, scooch the hips over to the right a tiny bit, and then gently drop the knees towards the left. You can always buffer them with a brick or a blur. They buffer the legs with a brick. Say that. Buffer the legs with a brick. There you go. That's another one of my tongue twisters. Do you want to do the horrible maneuver? Of course you do. Reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. And then see if you can pull your left arm across your body. Reach your left arm across your body. Knees going one way, arms going the other way. Say hello, shoulder blade. Oh, say hello, hip, spine.
Toast.
Which one?
Toast.
Toast. Oh, hello, toast. Oh, yeah. Oh, I had some sourdough with peanut butter. I can feel it. There it is. What does everyone think of that peanut butter and Marmite? Have you tried it?
It's actually okay.
I love it. I'm obsessed.
It's okay. Not enough Marmite.
No, it could be Marmite, yeah. But then I mixed peanut butter and Marmite to see if it tastes the same. And surprisingly, it does. Because it doesn't taste like what you'd think it would. Ah. There we go. Undo the arm. Undo the legs, bring them back to center. Undo that cross, recenter your pelvis. Keep your right foot down, hug your left knee in. Just bending and straightening those elbows as you find that little rock. Bring your pelvis into the rock at first. It's quite nice for the lower back. And then we'll start to sort of stabilize or steady the pelvis. So it is the leg that works. Good. And then we'll support the thigh as we open and close that left knee, getting into those hamstrings. And then next time that leg is straight, we're going to point the toe and we're going to see what we're pointing at and just a little circle from the thigh around that thing. The fairy lights are very useful here, aren't they? It's like, oh, how many fairy lights can you?
I can't reach.
Oh, go on, Mike.
I can't.
It's only because you're further down this end. So it's nothing to do with your leg height. I'm not got fairy lights. Good. So if you're going to lift it a little higher, and then we'll change the direction. This should be a little bit Corey, a little bit Abby. And then room depending, can you lift that leg up and out to the left? Maybe you'll high five something. Don't roll. Yeah, that's right. Good. And then up and back. Good. We'll do that twice more. Up, out into that hover. It doesn't, yeah, it still works to strengthen wherever your leg goes. Up and in. Last one. Up and out. Up, in, bend the knee, cross it over that right thigh. You can scooch the arms open, press into the right foot, scooch the hips slightly to the left, and then drop the knees over to the right. Find that twist. If the legs don't make it to the floor, use your brick underneath them. It's fine, or 2 bricks. And just see sort of the angle of your legs, the angle of your chest. Can you free up and reach the right arm up to the ceiling? Can you reach that right arm across the body? You could even pull it with the left hand if you wanted to. That's quite fun. Oh, wow. Grab the wrist and pull. Think about your breakfast as much here. Yeah. It's a gamble, isn't it? It's that gamble of, do I have breakfast before yoga? 2 more breaths. Good. Undo the arms. Undo the legs. Pull the knees into the chest. Have a little wiggly rock around on the pelvis. And then you can roll over or you can roll up and down on the spine. For everyone likes that. If you're doing that, do it a couple of times. We'll come up and we'll flip ourselves over to hands and knees. So home crew, you might want a little bit of padding under the knees. I've put some extra blankets here if you feel that you need them. We're going to take our bricks underneath our hands. Just start on that medium height. You can always change it if you want to. So let's start with just a gentle sort of cat-cow movement from the pelvis. Segmenting the spine and just again connecting with the breath. Next time you come into that cat position where your back is rounded, I want you to pull that right knee forwards and step the right foot between the blocks. You can grab and drag it if you need to. I'm just going to scooch that. And then with that right foot forwards, you can go lower or higher with the blocks. We're going to cat cow here. So we tuck the tail and untuck the tail, lift the chest. Let that knee slide forwards and backwards. And you know, the higher you go, the easier this movement is to find. So body shapes and types are going to vary in how this looks. To see if there's movement here. It's funny, you can usually have one side where you can move and one side where you can't. Good. As you sort of undo into neutral, we're going to tuck under those left toes and we're going to lightly lift that left knee. We're going to pivot to land the left heel. And then this is a little maneuver we did the other day. So I'm going to start to turn my chest to the left as I open the arms, straighten the front leg and bring the right hand to the shin. I find Utthita Trikonasana perfect. It's a slightly awkward thing, slightly awkward maneuver. Find your position of your arm that you like, the position of your chest that you like. And then we're going to lift the torso upright, bending the front knee, coming into our reverse warrior, back hand down the back leg, top arm reaches, or hand to hip if you don't like either of those. Just find a little reach, find a little space in the top rib cage, which is our right rib cage in this side. And this is going to be like coordinating this movement between the front leg, and it sort of will pull the body into this. So as you start to straighten the front knee, lift the chest upright, keep the front leg straight as you come back into Utthita Trikonasana, back into that triangle pose, and just hold that position there, breathe. It's got funky now, isn't it? Yeah, we can start dancing. Okay, so now the front knee is going to bend. You'll lift the front hand up, reach the front arm forward, lean the chest towards the front leg, reach, 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 reach as low as you can. Now turn your chest, bring your hands back down to your bricks, turn onto your back toes and land the back knee down. Push into your bricks to pick up that right leg, set it back to all fours. Recenter, and then let's find cat-cow again, just maybe 2 or 3. Higher bricks makes life easier, lower bricks makes life harder. Oh my God, we're all in sync nearly, it's beautiful. Good. So we'll come into that last sort of little open chest, and then as we tuck the tail under and round the back, we can pick up that left foot, even if you need to grab it. Step the left leg forward. You can go higher bricks if it's easier, and we'll cat-cow here. And just see if you're able to find this, because some sides feel a little stuck, don't they? Sometimes you feel a bit like, oh, this is horrible. Yeah. We'll just find that neutral place. We're going to tuck under those right toes. We're going to lift the right knee. We're going to pivot to land the right heel down. Really push into that right leg. Start to turn your chest to the right. Straighten that left leg. Hand to left leg. Right arm reaches up. Utthita Trikonasana. The other way. Yes. It's one of the hardest transitions to go from there to triangle. But once you get it, it's really light and really soft. So again, you're just going to balance your chest with your pelvis. If you're a flexible person, you're going to take out the back bend a little bit by tucking the tail under. If you think you're a bit of a tight person, you can encourage the back bend. So yeah, we're all different. The front knee will bend, which will lift your front hand up. You'll find a warrior 2 leg and reach straight into that reverse warrior. Back hand down the back leg. Front arm up. Find the breath. Find the space. Good. As you straighten the front leg, your chest will lift up and you'll come back into that Utthita Trikonasana position. And then as you bend the front knee, lift that bottom hand up, reach forward, lean your chest into that leg, reach, 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 reach. Then turn the chest, you can turn the back foot as well, back to your bricks, and then drop that back knee down. Push into your bricks, slide or drag that left leg back. Now your choice, you can cat-cow here, or you can lose the bricks, you can tuck the toes and you can lift up to downward dog. If you trust your bricks, you can do downward dog on the bricks. Just have a little shifty, a little move around in the legs, maybe a little move around in your shoulders if you need to, see how things feel. What did I say the other day? Light and breathy, light and breathy. That's what we're going to be. Just light and full of breath. Friday vibes, Friday vibes. Friday's wine day. Yeah. So it's Thursday to be fair, but Friday's extra special wine day. Good. And then we're going to be so light, so gentle as we lift the head and pull forwards into plank, where you can drop the knees straight away, or you can be light and breathy in your plank. No heaviness at all. And we'll take a gentle lowering of the knees. And then just bending the elbows, bringing the pelvis and the chest down. Popping up onto the fingertips and rolling into cobra. And back down again. We'll do 3 little rolling cobras. Mike's going to get some last with crystals. Look at that. Crystal energy, crystal energy. Right. Good. When you've done this last cobra, we're going to come back to all fours or to downward facing dog. You could come to downward dog and then all fours if you want to, because we're going to repeat the sequence. We're just going to add a teeny bit more in. So from downward dog or all fours with your bricks, let's step that right leg forwards. We're going to softly land the left knee down. And either hands on bricks or hands on floor, the right arm is going to lift as we twist open to the right. Turn the chest. Good. As you turn the chest back to the floor, we're going to either find bricks or floor, tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, pivot, land the left foot. And then as you lift the arms up, you can turn, rotate, open to triangle pose. Set your pelvis, set your ribs, find your breath in triangle pose. The bend of the front knee will lift your arms up as you come through warrior 2 into your reverse warrior, reaching towards the back leg. Other way, Bernie, you got it, back leg, back leg. Yes, that's it, perfect. I know, I'm exactly the same. Good. Then as you straighten the front leg, you'll lift your torso up and back over your front leg, back into that Utthita Trikonasana. Light and breathy. So when we lift the front hand off the leg, we bend the knee and we reach forward. We're almost, as we lean towards the front leg, lean towards it, we're almost thinking Cossack squat. Then we turn the chest to take the hands to the floor, brick, turn that back foot, land that back knee, rotate, lift that right arm, come back into that twisted lunge. Take that right arm back round and down, and either all fours or downward dog, step back. You can always avoid this middle bit. You can always just take a rest. Or this, apparently, according to Elise, this is mountain pose in the Maldives. Yeah, this, and you can get it, can't you? Because you look like a mountain. It's not downward dog, it's mountain pose. I can't remember where that comes from. But yeah. Anyway, come forward, plank, if you want to. You can knees down, you can chest down, or you can just lower to the floor via a little chaturanga. You can come up rolling cobra. Just make this all about your breath. You can just do 1, you can do 2, or you can do 3. I like 3. 3 is a good number because you can just encourage a little gentle lift, maybe a little higher each time as long as it feels good. You're going to bring yourself back through downward dog or all fours. And if you struggle to step your foot forward from downward facing dog, then just drop to all fours. Lightly step that left leg forwards. And if you want your hands on the bricks, it just gives you a little bit more height. We're going to land that right knee down. And we're going to lift the left arm up as we find that rotation, that sort of just gentle twisted lunge. Good. Then as we turn the chest back, we'll tuck under the right toes and lift the right knee. Pivot to land the right foot down. And then as you start to turn the chest, straighten that left leg. Take the left hand down the left leg. Find that Utthita Trikonasana. Remember, you're in charge of all the reset stuff, of all the positioning. As you bend into the front knee, you'll lift up through warrior 2 and then reach towards the back leg, reverse it. Light and breathy. See, light and breathy. Good. As you straighten the front leg, it'll pull your torso up and you're pinging back over into Utthita Trikonasana.
You watch C. The series.
No. Is that from this? They do this?
The way you say that and breath.
Light and breathy.
It's like the Queen.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. Oh, no, I don't know what that is. Okay, so then as you bend the front knee, we lean forwards, 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 almost like a Cossack squat. Lean, 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 lean. And then turn your chest, hands to bricks or floor. Turn your back foot, land the back knee, take that left arm up, find that rotation. Good. As you take the hand down, we'll come back either all fours for a rest or downward facing dog for a little vinyasa. You can make this middle bit yours if you just want to take a child's pose, that's fine. If you're happy, you can go forwards through plank. You can take chaturanga upward dog. You do whatever you want to, as long as you do it with your breath. We'll come back through downward dog or all fours. And we're going to go again. So the right foot will step forward. You can use your bricks, remember? The left knee will come down as we start to open that right arm. Those of you that want to pick up that, which one is it? It's the left foot, isn't it? No, pick up the left foot. Yeah, keep the knee down.
Oh,
Maybe reach back and high five the foot. You don't have to touch it. That's just an awful option. Good. As the arm comes back up, the foot will come down, the hand will turn, tuck the toes, lift through that lunge, and land those left heel down. Okay. As you straighten the front leg, open Utthita Trikonasana. Got it. Got it. Got it. And then as you bend the front knee, lift up and reach towards the back leg. Reverse your warrior. Good. As you straighten the front leg, come forward, Utthita Trikonasana. And then as you bend into that front knee, lean the chest towards that front leg. Reach, 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 reach. Turn, hands down. Back knee down, right arm lifts, maybe left leg lifts, maybe high five. Take it back, down, your choice, downward dog, all fours or rest. And your choice, vinyasa. As long as it's light and breathy. I need to watch.
It's seals.
Is it?
Jason Mahoney, isn't it?
Oh, okay. And when you're ready, think about how you want to step your left foot forwards, which can be with the bricks. Some of us have lost bricks, that's fine. Once that left foot is forwards, the right knee stays down or goes down, and then we turn, lifting, maybe bending to high five that back foot. Take it up, round, bring the hand back down, tuck the toes, lift the right knee, land the right heel, push to open Utthita Trikonasana to the left hand, to the left shin. Yes. Light and breathy. That's the
Watch word.
yes. That's the mood. Okay. As you bend the front knee, take it back, reverse your warrior. And then as you straighten the front leg, take it forwards, Utthita Trikonasana. Good. As you bend into the front knee, reach, 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 reach. Then turn, hands down, pivot, back knee down, left arm up, right foot up. High five. Take it back round, down, this time, push back and fours. Cat cow. And when you're ready, drop back and take a seat. Okay, we've got to do our power move now. You've not practiced this, they've practiced this. Okay, so they're going to be professionals. All right. So, yeah. So, there, watch. I'll show you on the right leg first. So we've been doing right leg forward, left hand down, and we've been doing this little twist. Yeah, this bit's optional. You can keep the foot down. Yeah. So as I come back, right, I want to turn. This is my left knee. Yeah. I want to pull that foot across so that I can drop back to a seat. Okay, if you do it, we'll try it from all fours first. So come onto hands and knees. This is where you might need knee padding at home. Come onto hands and knees and step your right foot forward. Remember, use your bricks. If you struggle, you can step the right foot forward. Okay, so the left knee, you're going to pivot to turn the foot over to the right, so it comes towards that right side, and then you just drop yourself back on your bum. Use your hands. Isn't that perfect? Yeah, that's it. Okay, and then it opens a pathway for Janu Shirshasana, but that's up to you if you come forward. Okay, so as I come back up, I'm going to slide that right foot back, bend it, use my hands to push up back into that all fours position. Yeah, that's perfect. Then if you need the bricks to change sides, have your hands on the bricks, step the right foot back, step the left foot forwards. So this time your right foot crosses to the left, Mike's already there, yeah? And then we drop our bum back, and then you can move the legs and you can take it into Janu on the left. And then as we come up, bend that left knee, pull forwards and back. Yeah, there's one side that's awkward, yeah? One side that's awkward. You got it? That's perfect, yeah? Bring that left foot forwards more and then you'll be perfect. Yes, and then you just spin that right foot back and then you can step back to all fours. Yeah? Okay, how do we feel? Do we feel like that's a thing that we can do? Yeah? Yeah, that's it. You do it. No, it doesn't matter. So what we'll do is we'll bring it into the flow at the end. Okay, so have your bricks nearby. If you need your bricks, come to hands and knees. I'll talk through the whole thing. Don't you worry. Okay, so as you come to hands and knees, right foot forwards, right arm opens. Option to bend the left knee and to high five that left foot. As you reach that right arm back, round to the floor of the bricks, tuck under your left toes, lift your left knee, pivot, land that left heel, push, Trikonasana, right hand. That's it. Right hand to right leg, Bernie. That's it. Perfect. And then just find that balance. Bend into that right knee, take it back, a reverse warrior. Straighten that front leg, take it back into Trikonasana over the front leg. Bend into the front knee, reach and lean, reach and lean, reach and lean. Turn your chest, find your floor or the bricks. Pivot to land the back knee down. Reach your right arm up. Maybe reach back high five. And then we've got that move. So as you come back to center, you're going to pivot on the back knee, reach the back foot towards the right leg, drop the bum back, and then forward fold. That was pretty good, wasn't it? Take it up. Come back, all fours. I'm well impressed. Yeah, it's not so bad when you do it slowly. Left leg steps forwards. Left arm reaches up. You can bend that right foot, knee, not foot, don't bend your right foot. You can high five the right foot. And then release that right foot down. Turn the chest back to the bricks or the floor. Tuck under your right toes. Lift your right knee. Pivot, land that right heel. And then keep that left hand against the left leg as you open up Bhuti to Trikonasana. Perfect. Light and pressing. From here, we bend into that front knee, reach back, reverse the warrior. Straighten the front leg, reach forward, Bhuti to Trikonasana. Bend into the front knee, lean the whole body weight forwards, almost like a Cossack squat. Turn your chest to bring your hands down. Turn to land that back knee down, that right knee down. Lift the left arm, rotate, maybe reach the high five foot. Then as you turn the chest back to the front, we pivot on the back knee, and then we drop back and find that forward fold over the left leg. It really doesn't matter what position our bent knee's in. Good, and then we come up. Delightful. We did it. 10 points. Let's do this. Cross the legs. If you're not comfortable with cross legs, feet like that. As we turn the chest towards the right, use your right hand, that's left hand, sorry, like a lever to turn the chest more. See how this feels? If you feel like you go a little bit further, I want you to bend your left elbow so it leans you into a little side bend. And if you want to take that right arm up and over. And just, can you feel that in the ribs? A little bit in the sideways. So just direct the sensation wherever you want it to go. And then the arm that's holding the leg, straighten that elbow or lift you upright. And then once you're upright, turn your body around the other way. Take your opposite hand to the other leg, back hand behind you. Find some twist, find a bit of leverage there. Find that rotation. And then that bottom elbow, bend it. It'll pull you towards the leg if you want to. Top arm reaches up and over. And just again, you direct that effort, that sensation into wherever you want it to be. Good, and come back up. So I'm going to give you a choice, right? You repeat this a few more times. So it's a twist and a bend and a reach. Yeah, what? Yeah.
What's wrong with my left and right?
No, it's fine. So if you think just reaching the opposite hand to the leg, yeah, that's the elbow that bends. Yeah, so that doesn't move, but this arm just adds drama. That's all it does, is it adds drama. So if you want to repeat that, that's fine. If you want to try this in either a bent or a straight-legged, wide leg, yeah, sit on top. You know what's coming, Mike, don't you? It's the same movement. It's the same movement. So I twist first, and I can use my hand, or I can just have the hand to the floor. Yeah, so I twist first, and then I lean back. So you can do elbow to thigh, you can do shoulder to the inside of the leg, and you reach over. I know.
The problem I have with this, I think, is I get super compressed in the other side of the, so it feels like I can't go any further.
That would be the thing that stops you.
Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. So it's usually if you feel good, you can change sides when you want to. Sorry, I'm just going to talk tonight. So you can come up and then so you twist first. So twist the body around the other way, and then you lean. And so yeah, basically, if you feel on the top side, if you feel the stretch, that's good. That means if you feel it's tight on the top side, it means you've got more potential room for movement because it's the tissue. But if it's the bottom side that you feel compression, that is stuck, that's it. You've hit the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've just hit the wall.
So that I need to do it at a different angle or something.
You could absolutely do that. Yeah. So you sort of think, is leaning forwards or leaning back helpful? Yeah. Or even moving that leg.
It's got too many intestines.
Too many intestines. My liver's too large. Okay. Let's do one more. Yeah, let's do one more. That's a weird thought. Yeah, but it's so true because it's like there's lots of different types of compression that you can have in your body. So there's like soft, medium, or hard compression. And like soft compression is like where you get skin on skin or muscle on muscle. So it's soft and spongy and there's a little bit more room to go. And then there's medium compression where you hit like tendon or ligament limit where it's like there's no more give, and then you physically get bone to bone. And like in this, for some people it's where you're just the angle of your side bend is where your bottom ribs hit your hip bone. Yeah, and it's like there's no more room, so maybe you can pull a little bit more length out of it. But yeah, compression's an interesting thing because it is the thing that's going to stop you. And if it's, like I say, if it's the top side, you feel a stretch. and you sort of go, oh, there's no more for that. That could stretch more. But if it's the bottom side where you're like nothing, nothing else. And it's like, yeah, like when people hit sort of like, so this is like sort of belly to thighs soft compression. Yeah. But when you get like a hip rotation turnout and box splits, perfect example. Yeah. When people try and go down like this, I've just like digressed massively. When people go down like this, there's a point here where you literally hit thigh bone to hip bone, and there's no more. There's no. Well, in some people the tightness is here, so it means that's potential. You could stretch into that. So that's where you have to like stick your bum out and stuff to free up the space for more movement. So it's really interesting. I love compression. Anyway, know your compression points. That is how you know yourself. That's advanced yoga. Come down on your back and let's just do some really lazy, circly, rolly. Back massage joy. Where you can become aware of your breath. And if you feel like you want to go into a gentle twist, then you can, or anything else you would like to do before we come into our Shavasana. So just making your way into stillness when you feel ready into your Shavasana. And just sort of trying to retain some of that sense of fluid movement from the practice, maybe in the breath. And just allowing the breath to flow throughout the body, not sort of limiting only feeling the breath in the belly or the ribs, just maybe feel the breath everywhere. Just very effortlessly let the breath deepen. And just any little movements or big movements that you need, any stretch or knees to chest. Come into it slowly when you're ready. And then take a lazy roll or rock to come to seated. And bring the palms together. Slow breath in. And slow breath out. Namaste. Real tickle. Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Let's
when you breathe
stop
in, it's
recording.